So Bitcoin's had a good run these last 2.5 years. The US ETF launches last January last year, and then Trump has been very helpful as well. But here in the UK, crypto ETFs have been banned since 2020,
Hmm.
and the rule is that they just announced that they're going to unwind the ban, and so in the autumn we will see crypto ETFs trading in London again. Now, London, so what? Well, a lot of the banks around the world do have HQs in London in some way or another. And so this policy will spread. Yes, at the moment you can't buy a Bitcoin in ETF in some EU countries you can, but you can't in many because there's confusion over the rules. UBS in Zurich won't take orders for Bitcoin ETFs, even though it's outside of the London system because it's connected to London. Yeah. So you've got a ban in Hong Kong, sorry, not Hong Kong, in Singapore, India, Japan, Thailand, and many of these sort of small countries around the world. And then in the bigger countries in Europe and so on, there's uncertainty. And so the institutional investor is not really playing. Even in the United States, the institutional investor, if you go to a traditional wealth management firm in America, they're far less likely to allocate Bitcoin to a client portfolio than they are in one of the smaller mom and pop shops, as you call them. And so, there's that tide will change. So I think that Bitcoin has got, some good years ahead. The global institutional investor has barely any exposure to Bitcoin whatsoever.
Hmm.
Now, for the rest of crypto, it's just on its knees. And so, there are some genuine, okay, there are 100,000 crypto tokens or something, or maybe 100 million, I don't know. Most of them are worthless. We can establish that. But there are a few that are very powerful platforms that are going to drive things like stable coins and central bank digital currencies and um, many of the different innovations that are coming out of that sector. And so I think that's going to be an interesting space going forward. So, what do I really like? I like commodities. I like rest of world equities, and I like crypto.